talk. Live one-on-one conversation, 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors, to motivators, chefs, and even rappers, to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie KWard coming at ya. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Jazzie KWard. Happy Friday to you. I don't know about you, but I am so glad the weekend is here. I have a busy weekend ahead of me, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So thank you so much for welcoming me into your homes, wherever you are across the world. I'm so excited about our show tonight, talking with multi-talented writer, producer. This brother definitely has that it factor. Mr. David P Stevens is going to hang out with us for a little while. But what I need you guys to do first is to jump over to KWard Radio, my YouTube channel, right there. Hit the little notification bell so you can get all the notifications when Jazzie goes live. Go back and watch the replay and all that jazz, as well as subscribe to the website, KWardRadio.com. Some great things are coming very soon, so you can get the notifications. Don't forget, April. We're still in April. It's a special month, Jazz Appreciation Month. Discover new music. Discover the jazz in you. And also, it's my birthday, April the 28th. It's Taurus season. It's the bull. You know, we are in the house. But I also want to give my condolences to the family of Gregory Jacobs, a.k.a. Shock G from Digital Planet. You remember the song, so my condolences goes out to his family. So we're going to go ahead and get the show started, guys. Go ahead and share the video, share the love. Again, multi-talented guitarist, songwriter, Mr. David P Stevens is he's hanging out with us, y'all. But first, let me show you why this brother definitely has that it factor. Just a little snippet right here on Artist Talk.
Don't talk anymore. We don't even know what we are. you about. People say I love you no more. Saying how we feel is no longer allowed. Some people work things out, and some just don't know how to change. Let's not wait till the water runs dry, and we'll watch our whole lives pass us by. Let's not wait till the water runs dry. Be the biggest mistake of our lives. Don't do it, baby. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Some people work things out, and some just don't know how to change. Let's not wait till.
Oh, that's one of my favorite jams. And I'm telling you right now, y'all, if you don't know David P. Stevens, shame on you. But you're going to get to know this brother a little bit up close and personal. So let's give him a lot of love. And ladies and gentlemen, international recording artist, writer, producer, guitarist, David P. Stevens, to Artist Talk.
Hey, man.
What's up?
Oh, man, I'm good. Thank you so much for having me, man. I really appreciate this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. And I'm loving the shades. I need those shades, you know.
Oh, man.
Well, let me tell you, I love shades, David, but I am bad when it comes to shades. I hope you're not as bad as me. Like I have like 5 or 6 pair, but I mean, I drop them all the time. So I just like every time I look at them, I'm looking for a different pair.
Yeah, but I stay having to run to the store, man, because, you know, I lose them all the time, too.
You lose them. Well, my brother, thank you. So, hey, I was loving the song. That's what, original song from Babyface?
Yeah, Babyface. And, of course, the Boys to Men made it famous, right, from Philly. So
that's right. Did you ever get the opportunity to work with either artist?
No. So my dream is to I really want to work with Babyface. And it's funny because when I moved out here to LA, that's the first thing I kept trying to ask everybody. Where does he hang out? You know, where can I stalk Babyface? You know?
Right.
So yeah, you know, but I'm definitely excited about meeting him one day.
Yeah, that's cool. But again, my brother, just, you know, happy Friday to you. And I want to say hello to everyone on the show. Hey, Nicole, my bestie. We got Rose Lady Etman hanging out with us tonight.
Hey, we got the folks in the house.
We got the folks. Again, if you have questions or comments for David, just make sure you post them and we'll do our best to answer those for you. But, you know, so David, happy Friday to you again. Thank you so much for coming on Artist Talk. Just so, I mean, how's your day been so far?
Oh man, today's been pretty cool. Really relaxing day. Usually, so I do a lot of writing and producing for artists, and usually it's very hectic. It's back and forth and sending stuff and all this stuff all day. But today was real relaxed.
Right.
So
if you think about that too, David, imagine, you know, when you say you're working back and forth with artists, think about technology today. Could you imagine not having the internet?
Man, it's a blessing. It cuts the work in half because you can imagine, you know, back in the day, we had to fly everywhere and be in the physical studio and all that stuff. And now, you know, people can send parts. It's a blessing and a curse, to be honest, because it increases productivity, but at the same time, I am a producer that needs to be in front of the artist. I like to work directly with them and have that intimate, you know, kind of vibe. And so for me, it's hard because, you know, I want to be, you know, okay, we need to do this, we need to do that. But instead, I have to kind of get whatever they send and, you know, I can coach them over the phone, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah, it's a challenge. And before I ask you the next question, I have to give a shout out to my brother, Michael Lyles with Smooth Jazz on the Rocks Radio.
Oh, man.
That's my brother. That's my brother in Arizona. I want to
give Michael. Yes, sir. I'm closer to you now, Michael. I'm out here on the West.
Thank you so much, Rose Lady. You're not late. Thank you. I appreciate the support, you guys stopping by. So of course you're never late. But as we were talking about, you know, the internet, David, just going back to last year, March of last year, a blessing and a curse. none of us expected, especially me in my lifetime, to even think I would live through a pandemic. So
Yeah.
how have you, your family, just been navigating through that entire process last year and still today?
Well, it was interesting. And actually for us, so I have three children. I have a 17-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 12-year-old. And we moved out here in the middle of the pandemic, actually when the pandemic was just beginning. And
Okay.
so it's been difficult for them because they haven't had a chance to meet other children. They're just now going back to school in the physical building, and they haven't had a chance to meet friends in the neighborhood and all that. So it's been real difficult. But on the flip side of that, we've spent more time together than we ever have, you know, to the point where now they're like, Dad, don't you have to go on the road somewhere? Like, what? You know, he like, but, and you know, we always were close and always spent good time, but the pandemic forced everyone, you know, together. So I know more about them than I probably ever would have known had this thing not hit.
Right. You know, again, you got national recording artist The Owner B says David Stevens is a beast on them strings. You heard?
Oh, thank you so much, Nicole. I appreciate that. I appreciate that for real.
Yeah, she's amazing too. You know, because you think about the pandemic, David. I don't know for you. You know, I found myself. I'm thankful that I'm able to work from home.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are not able to work from home, but you know, I've been at home for over a year.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, sometimes we procrastinate about some things. Did you find the pandemic allowing you maybe more time for reflection, just on things you needed to do, things you maybe to do for your family? Because I'm sure you were always traveling a lot.
I was traveling a lot, but one thing, so I found that I actually pushed myself harder through the pandemic because there were things I wanted to correct. There were things I wanted to learn. I pushed myself really, really hard through this to the point where, I mean, now I'm exhausted. I feel like people are coming out and they're like, oh man, you know, I'm through, I hibernated, now it's time to get back. I feel like I need a vacation from this. It's just been crazy.
Exactly.
You know, I was able to release a lot of music and do a lot of business stuff that I had neglected for a little while because, you know, we just constantly moving all the time. So, you know, it was a blessing for me in that way.
In that way. Yeah, because I'm so excited about, you know, the new album we're going to talk about today on the show. It's coming out April the 30th.
Yes, sir.
Evolution. So I'm so excited to hear about the new album coming out. I mean, David, you've worked with like some of everybody. When I look at your catalog, it's like, you know, Frank McComb, Lisa McClendon, who I've always loved Lisa.
Yeah.
You know, Nick Leon, Gerald Albright, and I'm sure many others.
Many, but it's a blessing. Yeah, you know, it's funny. Lisa's working on a new album now. I'm actually writing and producing a few songs on her new project. So yeah, it's cool.
Well, let's go back just a little bit, you know, David, to, you know, your musical journey. How did that all start for you?
Let's see. I was 14. Well, I always tell my kids. So I was actually 12. I picked up the guitar and I would rather, you know, rap and, you know, do the beatbox and all that kind of stuff. This was, so you talk about the 80s. So so I put it down for about 2 years, but then I picked it up when I was 14 and I never put it down again. I started playing in church. I had an amazing mentor. He passed away recently, and he basically walked me through the whole music business and everything. And so yeah, I just never put it down. But I started writing and producing at the same time that I was learning to play the guitar. So I was taking lunch money and going into the studio every weekend. You know, everything I could get. I had a change drawer. I used to just, you know, throw every little piece of money I had, and then when I collected enough, I would go into the studio. And I'm this little guy walking into a real recording studio, arguing with the engineer. I want it to sound this way, you know. But
that's fine, because I was going to ask you as well. Was the guitar your first instrument? Because when I talk to a lot of artists, I hear like the drums, or I started playing this, and then I just ended up playing the guitar or whatever instrument they were playing.
So I started, let me see, I started playing piano first. And And then out of rebellion, because my mom used to make us go and we would be cold waiting for the bus and all this kind of stuff. And so I did that for about 5 years. And then I just said, I quit. I don't want to do it anymore. So, I regret that too. But I started playing drums in the church. I started playing, drums a little bit here and there, and then guitar, and then bass. And then I started playing keys. It was whoever didn't show up at church. My dad was a pastor. So it was whoever didn't show up. It was, you play that instrument. And sometimes I would get stuck on there for years,
Right. I know. So you was a preacher's kid. So I'm sure you was at church all day, every day almost.
Yeah, my dad was pretty balanced though. So I hear a lot of horror stories. My pop was he was dad first. So, it was he made sure we had a good balance and we didn't end up hating church and stuff.
Well, everybody, if you're just tuning in to Artist Talk, I'm Jazzie KWard. My special guest is multi-talented. He's a writer, he's a producer, he's a songwriter. Mr. David P Stevens. This brother has that it factor. And if you don't know David, shame on you.
Yeah. Right.
Shame on you. Again,
Right.
Michael Lau said, Hollywood is one of his favorites. You and Phil Denny.
Oh yeah, so that's coming out on the new album. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that love. Definitely. That's one of my favorites from the project too.
Most definitely. My brother, the one and only Mr. Buff Bone Jazz Dillard. That brother is bad on the trombone.
I've heard, man. I hope to work with you someday, Buff. I've definitely heard.
Yeah, that brother is bad. Well, everyone, stick around. Go get your wine. Go get you a little snack. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to have a little bit more up close and personal conversation with Mr. David P Stevens right after this.
Hi, this is Jazzie KWard, your host for Saturday Jazz Affair on FM 90.7 WVAS. Join me for a new segment of Artist Talk. That's 10 a.m. Central Standard Time each Saturday on WVAS. We're going to talk to artists about their music, have great conversation, and much more. That's on Artist Talk on 90.7 FM WVAS. Of course, you can stream the show via WVASFM.org. I hope you can tune in.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show Artist Talk, talking with multi-talented guitarist, writer, producer David P Stevens. That's on the show tonight. But I wanted to also ask you about your family, David, growing up, brothers, sisters, mom and dad, were they musically inclined, instrument singers?
Yes, actually, my dad had a gospel funk band. He was way ahead of his time, and they actually cut a record. The name of the group was Soul Patrol. And so my pop sang and played piano, and my brother was really nice on the bass. As the group evolved, my sister started playing piano as well. So
okay, that's right. So y'all never formed. I can't believe y'all didn't form a group, David.
So it was basically like, they were all in the group, and and then when I got older, old enough to kind of play in there, they would let me play sometimes. So it was cool.
Okay. So, we're going to talk about, this new project. This is what, your 8th album?
Yes.
Evolution. Wow. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be released April the 30th.
Right.
Wow. So tell us a little bit, why the title Evolution?
So Evolution, and I had some people ask me, like, are you going to be talking about Big Bang Theory? It's like, man, come on. It's called Evolution because it's kind of, it's where I am now as a performer, as an artist, as a musician. Is talking about how I've grown, and basically with jazz we do things with no words. You know what I'm saying? So it's showing how the music has grown. It's showing how I've grown as a producer, as a writer. The influences that I've had now from moving from Philadelphia to LA. All those things have I would say, I don't want to say changed me, but have definitely enhanced who I am. And so I feel like that's the evolution of me as an artist.
Okay. So we're going to check out a performance of one of your songs. And this song is called Red Light.
Yeah. Featuring Jazzie KWard on the sax. Yeah.
Yeah. I love Jazzie. He was actually on the show. Cool brother. Very talented. just as yourself. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's check out David P Stevens, and this is Red Light right here on Artist Talk. Ooh, boy, I mean, David, that thing is smooth.
Oh, thank you.
That is smooth. Did you write that?
Yeah, yep.
So, well, before I go into my next question, Rose Lady Edmond said, David, I will take an autograph copy right now.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I gotta say something too on that. I didn't get physical copies produced this time because I found that, like, just to be honest, they end up sitting like in the studio. We end up boxes and boxes. So I'm going to do some in the summertime when I start to come out and perform again. But for now, everybody can just stream it when it comes out.
When it comes, and the album drops on April the 30th. Make sure you go to davidpstevens.com. That's the website right there. You know, I always tell people, David, I'm a young man, but I'm old school. See, I like the CD because, see, my friends used to laugh at me. They're like, you really sit there and read?
Oh yeah, I do too.
I read it from the front. I want to know, okay, who the producer, composer, who were the other artists performing. I like to read the credits, who the artists give the shout outs to, because I think a lot of people, you know, there's a lot of work that goes into this work, and there's a lot of people behind the scenes that, you know, don't get a lot of the support or shout out that help support the artists.
Right. I agree with you. I think this whole streaming thing has robbed a lot of people from of the one great experience, knowing who's on what and who's doing what. I remember back in the day, the session musicians were more important to me sometimes than the lead artist, you know. But unfortunately, it's declined so much in sales that we just end up spending thousands of dollars to have CDs made, and then just end up looking at them. You know, they end up being good cup coasters.
That's right. Because I was one of those people that would look. I like the covers because if you had a vocal on there, you actually had the words in there.
Yeah.
So the words were actually in there. So, like, what's your creative process when you started working on this album? I mean, what does David P Stevens? What's the process of doing a whole album?
It's very interesting. It's always something different. So I may hear a bass line in my head. I may hear a guitar lick. I may hear something, and then I sit down and really try to build around whatever it is I heard. And sometimes there's nothing, no melody at all. It's just a concept. And you know, and then I'll sit down and you know, start to hear things and start to put it in place. And then, you know, and then I mix a lot of my own stuff too, and do all of that. So it could be a little bit of a process.
I could imagine that, my brother. Well, you know, David, I know you graduated magna cum laude from Berklee College of Music, also with a master's degree in business. And, you know, being an independent artist, you know, for someone watching this, you know, what advice can you give them? The importance of educating yourself on your craft and in this business.
Right. I would say it's not enough to just be an amazing musician or to just work on your craft all the time, because people actually have to hear it. And so that's where the business side of it comes in. And so I encourage everybody to really study the business side of it, really know how to monetize everything that you do, because I mean, if you want to make a living at it, you know, you have to know all the ins and outs of it. And you know, it's just now also you have to do wear so many other hats. You know, it's not enough for me to just put out a record. Like, I have to engineer it, I have to write and produce it, I have to play on it, you know, all those kinds of things.
Right.
And then perform it, and then, you know, perform on other people's stuff and all that stuff. So it's important to know the business and to know you know, and to keep abreast of what's going on out there, who's doing what. Like, I know all the smooth jazz artists from the top to the people just coming out, because it's my job. You know, I need to know what everybody's doing, keep my ear to the street, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I say those are some really important things to do.
Okay, that's some great advice. Hey, Rosemary Junkins, my former colleague. happy Friday. We got Costella about the mojito. Hey, Costella. Make sure you check out Costella. I think that's important also, David, I think self-awareness is also critical to success. But, right, you know, what brings you joy in the work that you do?
To me, it's the creation of it. So, you know, I always say it's like a canvas. It's like a white canvas, and I sit down and then I'm able to paint this color over here. and paint this over here. And then I enjoy that whole process of creating. And then once I get to the finished product, I'm even more excited because I'm like, oh man, like, you know, look what I was able to create. But yeah, it's just about being able to place all those different colors. And I think that's the one thing that I really love. That's why, honestly, I get a big kick out of writing and producing for other artists, because I get to interpret their their ideas and their dreams, you know, and to my own little canvas. So it's cool.
That's right. So, outside of, if you weren't doing music, David, what else would you be doing?
Ooh. I don't know. I probably would be doing some acting. I probably would be more into business. I probably would be doing marketing and possibly even some management. But to me, I get a lot of joy out of marketing. So I probably would have been on that track. My undergrad actually was philosophy and African American studies. I did a dual at UMass, and the reason for that was I was interested in doing some law, and really trying to do some things around civil rights and everything like that. But the music bug bit, and so I didn't return to that. But
yeah, I definitely can relate. I've been in civil rights for maybe almost 20 years now. But that's a whole nother conversation. Very passionate about our civil rights history and civil rights, laws and all that. But, do you have any artists, David, that you haven't worked with that you would like to?
Everyone. So no, let me, first of all, I mentioned Babyface before. I would really love to work with Babyface. I'm putting it out there. So if anybody knows him, tell them, contact me, please.
Babyface. David is
right. I'm still a big fan of Shaka Khan. I want to do something with her one day. Boys to Men. There's a lot of legacy artists out here that I just want to work with. And I see you, Costello. I would love to do that. I would love to work with you. Yeah. And just so many people, man. Layla Hathaway.
Yeah. Did you know recording artist The Ona B? She's a lyricist. I can see y'all doing something together.
That would be great. Yeah, I've been following her on all the social media and everything. So definitely, yep.
Yeah,
sure.
That's hot. So so David, if I was to get in your car right now or in your house, like, who are you currently listening to?
If you got in my car, you would hear silence, because most musicians, they just get in the car to just think and just sit, silently, because so much music going on all the time. But let's see, who do I listen to? Mm-hmm. Currently, I'm listening to a lot of pop music, Justin Bieber stuff. The new song that just came out with her featuring Chris Brown. Like, I listen to a lot of the current stuff. Okay. Because I saturated myself with all of the older stuff growing up. So, I mean, all the Earth, Wind, and Fire, the Isley, all that stuff is in me. It's ingrained. And so I try to pull both worlds together.
Yeah. I mean, man, you play that guitar like you're like the Bible. Like, you just play that thing. It's just like amazing, gifted and talented. And with everything, I know it's kind of hard right now, David. What do you have? I know the Sea Breeze Jazz Festival. Have you ever performed it?
Nope, haven't performed the Sea Breeze yet.
Okay, I'm gonna just say this: shame on the Sea Breeze Jazz Festival for not reaching out to David P Stevens.
That's right.
David P Stevens need to be at the Sea Breeze Jazz Festival.
Right, I would love to. I've done a lot of festivals, but that's one that I really want to do, and have not had the opportunity yet. But hopefully that'll be coming.
Okay. I want to show you something, David. I'm just asking my producers if I have this particular item. Do we have that photo? I want to show you something. So I said, I hope, if I have it, I said, I hope David be like, what? But this right here. I saw this. Oh. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I was 15. That's funny. That's so funny.
I saw that picture of you. And what I wanted to ask you, David, was, what would you tell this young man right in that photo today?
So many things. I heard an artist that I really respect one day. He said when he looked at his older picture, his younger picture, he thought to himself, I would tell this guy to calm down and pace himself. Okay. And that it will come true, the things that you're looking for, but calm down and pace yourself. And I at first didn't understand that because I was still young when I heard him say that. I was like, what you mean? Calm down. You got to speed up. But now that I'm older, I look back and I say, yep, that's exactly right. More peace, more calm, more letting things come to you instead of always fighting and always running for it, and I think I spent the majority from those years till now, fighting to get to where I wanted to get to, but learning to relax now.
So, can you share with us anything else that's coming up? I know the album comes out April the 30th, everyone. Make sure you go to davidpstevens.com. The title, this is his 8th album. It's called Evolution. And are there any other ways, David, we can support you in your music?
I mean, for right now, that's the biggest thing. All of the focus has been on this release. And then I have a few shows coming up. One Dauphin County Jazz Festival in Harrisburg. That's in the fall. And then I have I'm going to be in Virginia at the Tin Pan, and that's in June. I think it's like June 12th or something like that. I have to look at the schedule. But not too many shows coming up. The focus has really just been on getting this album out and making sure everybody has access to it. Okay.
And real quick, can you tell us like any other artists that are featured on this new project?
Oh yeah. Let me grab. I don't want to forget a name, so let me grab my book real quick.
Okay.
Very important to me to give credit. So Althea Renee is on it. And I've been waiting to work with Althea for a long time, so I'm excited about that. Will Donato is our first time rocking together. Jakeem Joyner, Lynn Roundtree, Elon Trotman, Phil Denny, Tony Exum. These are all the guys who, we're all kind of in the same same group. And then a new young man named Ugo Mano, who is a Nigerian artist, and his name is starting to grow. And also, I don't know if you followed, I work with a young man named Zach Sanders, and he's an amazing saxophone player. We had a single out this summer, and Zach is going to be on it, and also Benjamin Bullock. So those are my was all the people on there.
Okay. I mean, that's going to be fire. But next time, you need to have Jazzie KWard, David, on the album.
Okay.
I can't sing, I can't play, but I can do an intro to the CD, an outro.
Okay.
Just call a brother. I got you.
No doubt. Y'all heard it here, so we got to do it.
That's right. So that's right. We need everybody to support the album. Again, April the 30th. Go to davidpstevens.com. Again, David said the physical copies will come out later on this summer. So we need you to just go on and download on where all music is sold streaming. Make sure you download it. What's up, my brother? Ultimate Entertainment. Thank you so much for stopping by. Again, David, this has been amazing, brother. Thank you so much. And I need you to send me your latest release so I can play on my show Saturday Jazz Affair on 90.7 FM WVAS.
For sure. I'll make sure you have that tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You want to play a snippet? I wanted to show them a snippet of something today.
Sure.
Okay.
Your smile, it's your eyes. I wanna get to know you. Call me when you're alone. Grab your headphones. I wanna play something for you.
Yeah.
That's Zach. That's my man. That's Zach. He has a promising career.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Hey, my brother Stan Bryant out of Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much, Nicole. David, it's been real, my brother. Anything I can do to support your music, I'm in your corner. I'm so excited about the new album, Evolution, that comes out April the 30th. And come back on the show anytime. We definitely need to get you in Montgomery, Alabama. We're starting some new jazz shows that are slowly starting to open up back here. And I have David P. Stevens on my list.
Oh man, I appreciate that. I would love to. I would love to.
Yeah.
For sure.
So again, continued success to you, my brother. We're going to do everything we can on our end. Make sure when the album drops, if you do any promo videos, make sure you send them to me so I can support on my end for everybody to go out and get the CD.
Awesome.
Okay,
I sure will. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. I noticed a lot of names that I see often. So thank you all. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it, my brother. We'll talk real soon.
For sure.
Okay. Take care.
All right.
Wow, everyone. Another great show. David P. Stevens. Go over to davidpstevens.com. The album drops April the 30th. It's titled Evolution. And he performed on the show tonight, one of the singles, Red Light. Don't forget to go over to KWard Radio, my YouTube channel radio. And for those who subscribe, thank you so much. If you haven't, tell a friend so that friend can tell a friend to subscribe. And if you haven't liked it yet, shame on you. Shame on you for not doing that. As well as KWardRadio.com, my website, subscribe to that as well. Any artists that would like to come on the show, any support, my information is there. Send me your music. And I could be glad to take a listen. If you want to support the show, my Cash App, PayPal information is there. We know April is Jazz Appreciation Month. Join me on 90.7 WVAS. For Artist Talk, it's 10 a.m. My special guest is Gregory Goodlow on tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much, Nicole. Make sure you take care of yourself and be kind to others. Costella, Rose Lady, Stan, Ultimate, thank you guys so much. And I see you next time. Take care.
A live one-on-one conversation, 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie KWard coming at ya.